Hello students, this is Kanupriya, PhD Geography, and here I am once again with my next video on Chapter 4, which is Chapter 4, Distribution of Oceans and Continents. This is the Chapter 4 of Book 1, that is Fundamentals of Physical Geography. This is my third video on this particular chapter. In the last videos, we had studied about the theories related to the distribution of oceans and continents, in which we had studied about the continental drift theory given by Alfred Wegener. After that, we had studied about the convectional current theory. Then we had studied about the ocean floor, that is, the mapping of ocean floor, in which I had explained you the configuration of the ocean floor. Our ocean floor is composed of three main features or three major features, which included continental margins, abyssal plains and mid-oceanic ridges. So today we will discuss the rest of the topics of this particular chapter. So let's start with it. Today's first topic is concept of seafloor spreading. The post-drift studies provided considerable information that was not available at the time Wegener put forth his concept of continental drift. Moreover, the mapping of the ocean floor and studies of the rocks from oceanic regions revealed the following facts. The first fact was, it was realized that all along the mid-oceanic ridges, volcanic eruptions are common, and they bring huge amount of lava to the surface in this area. So this was the first point given after the study of the ocean floor, and the data which was collected following facts were revealed after the studies of rocks and the mapping of the ocean floor. So the first fact which was clear to everyone, that along the mid-oceanic ridges, volcanic eruptions are very common. And during volcanic eruption, huge amount of lava comes to the surface of the oceanic crust. The second fact which was revealed after the mapping of ocean floor and the studies of rocks was that the rocks which are present on either side of the crest of the mid-oceanic ridges have remarkable similarities in terms of their age, that is period of formation, chemical composition, moreover magnetic properties also. Rocks which are closer to the mid-oceanic ridges are the youngest, and the age of the rocks increases as one moves away from the crest. The third fact which was revealed was that the oceanic rocks are much younger than the continental rocks. The age of the rocks in the oceanic crust is more than 200 million years old. Some of the continental rock formations are as old as 3200 million years. So, from here we can conclude that the oceanic rocks are the youngest as compared to the continental rocks. So, these were the two more facts which were revealed after the mapping of the ocean floor and the studies of the rocks. The fourth fact which was revealed after the mapping of the ocean floor was that the sediments which are present on the ocean floor are unexpectedly very thin. Whereas most of the scientists were expecting, if the ocean floors were as old as the continent, to have a complete sequence of sediments for a period of much longer duration. However, nowhere was the sediment column found to be older than 200 million years ago. The fifth evidence or the fifth fact which was revealed was that the deep sea trenches have deep-seated earthquake foci or earthquake occurrences, while in the mid-oceanic ridge areas, the quake foci has shallow depth. So these were the 5 facts which were revealed after the mapping of the ocean floors and the studies of the rocks. The first evidence was that along the mid-oceanic ridges, volcanic eruptions are very common and they bring huge amount of lava to the surface or to the ocean floor. The second fact which was revealed, that that the rocks which are present on either side of the crest of the mid-oceanic ridges have remarkable similarity in terms of their age, in terms of their chemical composition, and in terms of their magnetic properties. The third fact which was revealed that the oceanic rocks are much younger as compared to the continental rocks. The fourth fact which was revealed that the sediments which are present on the ocean floor are very thin as compared to the continental parts. And the fifth fact which was revealed was that the deep sea trenches have deep-seated earthquake foci or earthquake occurrences, while in the mid-oceanic ridge areas, the quake foci or the earthquake foci have shallow depths. So these were the facts which were revealed after the mapping of ocean floor and the studies of the rocks. These facts and a detailed analysis of magnetic properties of the rocks on either sides of the mid-oceanic ridge led Hess to propose his hypothesis known as the seafloor spreading. So seafloor spreading was given by Harry Hess in 1961 after the detailed analysis of the magnetic properties of rocks present on the either sides of mid-oceanic ridges. Harry Hess argued that there are constant eruptions at the crest of oceanic ridges, which causes the rupture or the breaking of the oceanic crust, and because of which the new lava wedges into it. And this new lava pushes the oceanic crust on either side. Thus, the ocean floor spreads. The younger age of the oceanic crust, as well as the fact that the spreading of one ocean does not cause the shrinking of the other, made Hess think about the consumption of the oceanic crust. He further maintained that the ocean floor that gets pushed due to volcanic eruptions at the crest sinks down at the oceanic trenches and get consumed. So this is seafloor spreading. According to Harry Hess, there is a crest in the mid-oceanic ridges where volcanic eruptions are very much common. And during volcanic eruption, we all know, huge amount of lava comes to the surface. When it comes to the surface of the oceans, it makes that oceanic crust, older oceanic crust, to break down, to rupture, and it moves and it pushes it on either sides, and because of which the ocean floor spreads. But the older oceanic crust does not lead to the shrinking of the other oceanic floors or other continents, but that older oceanic crust is consumed because of the oceanic trenches which are present inside the oceans, and that older oceanic crust gets consumed, and again the new lava will be created in the asthenosphere, and during volcanic eruption again that lava comes to the surface of the ocean floor. So this is seafloor spreading given by Harry Hess in 1961. Our next topic is plate tectonics or plate tectonic theory. This is a very important theory from exam point of view and also to understand about the distribution of oceans and continents. So let's start with it. Since the advent of the concept of seafloor spreading, the interest in the problem of distribution of oceans and continents was revived. It was in 1961 when Mackenzie and Parker gave a theory named as plate tectonic theory. Later on, it was modified by Morgan. Independently, they collected the available ideas and came out with another concept known as plate tectonics. Now, what is a plate tectonic theory, or what is a tectonic plate? A tectonic plate, which is also called as lithospheric plate, is a massive, irregularly shaped slab of solid rock which is composed of both continental and oceanic lithosphere. These plates move horizontally over the asthenosphere as rigid units. As I have already told you that asthenosphere is basically the upper mantle part. The lithosphere includes the crust and the top mantle or upper mantle with its thickness ranging between 5 to 100 kilometers in oceanic parts and about 200 kilometers in continental areas. A plate may be referred to as the continental plate or oceanic plate depending on which of these two occupy a larger part of the plate. So what it says that a tectonic plate is a lithospheric plate which is massive, that is very big, which is irregularly shaped. It is a solid rock which is composed of both continental and oceanic lithosphere. These plates move horizontally over the asthenosphere, that is upper mantle. These plates can be continental or can be oceanic depending upon the occurrence or the location of those particular plates. For example, Pacific plate is largely an oceanic plate, whereas the Eurasian plate may be called as a continental plate. The theory of plate tectonics proposes that the Earth's lithosphere is divided into 7 major and some minor plates. Young fold mountain ranges or young fold mountain ridges, trenches and or faults surround these major plates. The major plates are as follows. It includes Antarctica plate, North American plate, South American plate, Pacific plate, India, Australia, New Zealand plate, Africa plate and Eurasian plate. So these are the 7 major plates which are constantly moving horizontally over the asthenosphere according to plate tectonic theory. We have some minor plates also which are present in the asthenosphere. These includes Cocos plate which is present between Central America and Pacific plate. We have Nazca plate between South America and Pacific plate. We have Arabian plate which includes mostly the South Arabian landmass. We have Philippine plate between the Asiatic and Pacific plate. We have Caroline plate between the Philippine and Indian plate, and we have Fuji plate which is present in the northeast of Australia. So these are the minor plates which are present inside the oceans or inside the continents, that is in the Earth's interior, and which are horizontally moving over the asthenosphere. So this is all for today. If you have any doubts, please come up with your doubts. And thank you so much. And the rest of the topic, that is plate tectonic theory, will cover in my next video. Thank you so much.